Howdy. Have MGTOW sites got it all wrong, including this one? I have another site on YouTube that is also a MGTOW site. And I had somebody come on there and put a comment down saying that this was all a sham, that this isn't a MGTOW site. Because in the video he watched, I didn't mention MGTOW once. And I guess he was the type of person that didn't understand what MGTOW was all about. He obviously needed reassuring where he could go to a site where they were talking bad about females and complaining about this and complaining about that. Oh yes, and of course, and mentioning MGTOW many times. Men going their own way. But I have noticed that many MGTOW sites are very similar. They're all about talking bad about females and complaining about this and about that and how men get a bad deal. And that's mostly what all the MGTOW videos are about. So all the other videos on, say, YouTube or social media is about people yelling and screaming and complaining and enraged. And you go to a MGTOW site and they're doing exactly the same thing. And of course I believe you need some videos like that. But not all. It should be a place where MGTOW men can go and show their creativity, can just be themselves. But above all, have some fun and get entertained. And I'm sure there's lots of people who think to themselves, this solo man, what's he putting that video on for? That's not MGTOW. Well, I'm MGTOW. I did all the editing, all the filming, all the acting, well, sort of. All the special effects. The idea came from me and I'm MGTOW, so surely it's a MGTOW video, isn't it? But a lot of people think that we have to be angry to be MGTOW. Gee, that would mean I'd be angry most of my life. And I must admit, when I make a video about MGTOW, it's therapeutic for me. It makes me feel better after I've made a good one. But the main reason I make them is mainly for the young men, or men who are just not understanding what MGTOW is about, or they don't realize how trapped they really are. And if one man kinda clicks and becomes aware because of one of my videos, that's enough for me. Because a lot of times you only need to pierce the clouds in these guys' minds, and all the clouds suddenly open up. And of course there's people who say that you must follow certain rules if you're MGTOW or MGTOW monk. That is a personal decision for each and every man. There is no set rules to follow. You won't get kicked out of the club because there isn't one. All you have to be is aware and awake. But I do wish a lot of these MGTOW sites would lighten up a little bit, because some men get obsessed with it. So really they just replace one thing for another, and they're still not free. So you guys out there, if you feel you want to make a video but you have no MGTOW thing to say, just make a video about anything, and people will watch it as long as it's entertaining enough. You don't have to harp on about MGTOW in it. Now you see how many times I said MGTOW now. So now anybody listening to this will say, oh yeah, this is a MGTOW video for sure. Look how many times he said it. I remember many years ago on YouTube, people used to create videos that used to be funny, just for the hell of it. And that's why YouTube became so big. I'll be waiting for your videos out there, guys. Don't forget to send me a link. Because I'm not just a MGTOW person, I'm a human too. And so are you. Good night.